milestone in its realization of the fundamental human rights of freedom to participate in public affairs and upholding democracy by holding local government elections. Will ensure democratic space is open for all, adhere to the rule of law and good governance, will be maintained by all and at all times during the elections. To ensure free and fair elections, I formed an independent task force to review and advise on necessary reforms in the entire political ecosystems in the country. The task force submitted its report last year, and most of its recommendations revolved around increasing transparency in the electoral processes, including the appointment of the chairman of the Electoral Commission. Another recommendation was on the change and naming of the electoral body to reflect its independency. And so we have a new name, Tume Huru ya Uchaguzi. And most of the recommendations received were accepted by government and all stakeholders involved, and these include the most considered controversial items. Among the few items that were deferred, directly or indirectly, were contrary to the Constitution and thus will be taken up during the Constitutional review process in due course. In order for the accepted recommendation to have the force of law, we drafted and tabled to the Parliament 3 bills aiming at addressing recommendations by the task force. And recently, the Parliament debated on the bills, and on 2nd of February this year, the bill secured an approval. And I will accent the bill into law in the due course. With these reforms in place, we'll ensure elections are held in a free and fair manner within an agreed institutional framework. Rest assured that peace and security will prevail at all times and at all costs. We'll embrace opportunities for constructive engagements with your governments in line with our Constitution, national values, sovereignty, equality, and our national unity and cohesion. As usual, we expect strict adherence to the diplomatic customs and code of conduct, and foreign electoral interference is not expected. This year, 2024, our union will mark 60 years since its establishment. This will serve as an opportunity to reaffirm our commitment not only to our union, but also to the aspirations of the union to improve the lives and livelihoods of Tanzanians. As we mark this historic milestone, we invite you all to join us in commemorating this anniversary. It is gratifying to note that we will also be commemorating 60 years of our relation with a number of your countries. Excellencies, on the economic front, we are all aware of the challenges facing the global economy. Tanzania, much like your own countries, had to take measures to mitigate the impact of global shocks to our economy. We implemented robust monetary policies to ensure price stability, stimulate growth, and financial sector stability. We managed to keep inflation at 3.9%, below our target of 5%. Our GDP growth rate reached 5.2%, up from 7.4% in 2022. The national debt continues to be sustainable, with the debt to DGP ratio currently standing at 36.6%, below the threshold of 50%. Encouragingly, we got more signals of confidence in our future economic situation. Up to December 2023, we registered 526 new large investment projects in total valued at over $5.6 billion, a 58% increase from the preceding year. Out of these 526 investments, 57 were expanded projects, signaling sustained confidence in Tanzania's growth trajectory. In addition, both fish and